Hey everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to be doing a couple of layered cards using Uniquely Creative Industry Standard, and I've got just the card pack, but you can still do the same sort of things with the creative kit if that's what you bought, or the 12x12s if that's all you bought. I am going to be using some creative cuts, and things that I fussy cut from the pack, and I think I've got something from the 12x12 pack collection as well, because I bought the I just bought the 12. Yeah, sorry, I did buy the 12x12 papers as well, so I did cut some stuff from that. So if I use cross-pollinate here, I apologise. So anyway, I'm going to do the first card using this, and it's a lot smaller design than the 12x12. So again, you could still use the 12x12 papers. I started going with the 6x6 paper pad because I used to go to markets and sell my cards, and I haven't been able to sell my cards for ages. So I thought that I would just do the 6x6, but you know what? I'm terribly missing the 12x12s, because that's what I learned with. I learned to do card making with the 12x12 papers, and so I find that I'm really missing them, so I might have to go back to the 12x12s in the creative kit rather than the card making kit. Currently, I'm just giving my cards away currently. I have put some. I have sold a few because I advertised on Facebook Marketplace. I actually sold a few, and to a couple of people, and but they know me, so I don't know if that's cheating or what. But anyway, they still reached out and said, "I'll buy some cards from you," so that was good. And so I've just left it on Facebook Marketplace to see how I go. So I do like to leave a bit of a border sometimes, just to break up the whole, I don't know, just because I think it sort of accentuates what you've put up on the page. So on the page I'm going to use this tag and this tag. I think this might be from the 12x12s. I'm just not 100% remembering. Do I want to ink them? No. So I'm going to put that under there like that. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to put that there. I was going to cut this out a bit. I just left it. I did cut these out, but I wanted to cut this out a bit better. I love this one, just with the little, it's like a little embellishment already made for you. Perfect. Just going to cut just a little bit more than I usually do. A bit of a cut, and then at the last minute do the rest of it. I hope you can see. I'm just going to have I don't know what it is, because I'm finding that I spent ages trying to line up my camera, and then when I look at it afterwards, it still looks like I'm off the page, so on an angle, which is not good. Anyway, so I've got that all sorted. Not quite, okay. I love these scissors. Anyway, that's a speech bubble from the Creative Cuts. So, and then I'm going to, this is from the Creative Cuts as well, and you think, why is she going to use that? Because I'm actually going to use it for a bit of texture. You can't actually see the letters, but it's going to give it blue to match the star here. So I just thought I would give it another sort of, like I said, texture is the word as well I would use. And then I'm going to use these leaves as well. So I'm going to stick those down. I just can't help myself. I'm going to have to ink. Sorry. Going to use ground espresso, but you could use walnut stain, vintage photo, a black, like black soot. If you don't have ink, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about the inking part. It doesn't matter. It looks just as fine without it. I never used to ink any of my things, but I do now because I make journals as well, and things just need to be inked sometimes, just to give it a bit of where definition kind of is what I'm looking for. There's a bit of stuff there that's bothering me. Just get rid of the little bits. Alright, so let's stick this down first. Going to use 450. Hopefully it'll come out straight away. Oh yes, new bottle hopefully. I buy my 450 from Spotlight. In fact, I think I've said before, for a while there I thought they weren't selling anymore because I couldn't, every time I went in there they didn't have any. The last couple of times I've been in there they've had some, so I usually try to grab a few bottles when I see them. But it's expensive, but lots of bottles at the same time. You think, oh my goodness, I've spent all that much money just on tape. And so I'm just going to stick that under there like that, just to give it a bit of texture, like I said. I'm going to put those on some foam mounts from Uniquely Creative. I find that I like the square ones better because they're easier to get off. I find the round ones a bit hard to get out, but personal preference. You don't have to. If you don't have foam mounts, use scrap card. You can use the card that comes in the pack in the packaging. You can use that. Use a couple of layers. Do a couple of layers of that, and that works just as well. Or even the paper that the card that your kit comes in. The bottom stuck to the top of this bun as well. This is the tedious bit. Getting all the backs off. I have a little plastic bag here for soft plastics, and I don't know why I separate them, but because they said you can't do the soft plastics anymore, which is a shame. But I still try to keep them separate from my rest of my recycled, like my papers and my paper rubbish. So when it's full, I'll close it up and put it in the red bin for general collection. Okay, so that's going to go just off the edge here. The speech bubble is going to go in there. Just going to take that off for a minute. Probably should have worked out where to put it first. Bit there maybe. And now I can put that down. And then I'm going to put some blue leaves, so covering up that M a bit more so it doesn't look quite so apparent that it's a letter. But again, I think it just adds a bit of interest to your, you know what? Excuse me a minute, I'm just going to get my thin mounts for these. I should have got that out first. Sorry. These ones are from Spotlight. I think Uniquely Creative brought out some thin ones as well. I haven't tried them out yet. So underneath those leaves there, because I think it's sort of like a continuous on kind of thing. I just realised I put that one down the bottom because it just, the way the stem was curving, was better to go down there. Just going to put those out of the way for a minute. Best day. And there are some sentiments in the creative cuts you could add to your card. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could keep adding things, you know, like this little, a little doody flacky there. Arrow? What do you call them? Don't know what you call them. I'm calling it an arrow. So I actually think I quite like that there. So I'm going to put it there. I didn't try it out before, but it looks, I just think it balances everything out more there. That's why you sort of like try to work in a triangle kind of thing. So there's my layered card for that. And if you, like I said again, if you wanted to, just keep adding different things, and put another star here maybe. You know, it's entirely up to you how you want to decorate it. You could use some cogs. This came from a different uniquely creative collection. I've got some cogs here. Whether I'll use them or not, I don't know. I've got some, I think for this one, I got that one out for the other card I'm going to make as well. My cogs are kept in this container. Just tucking them in at the moment just to see if I like them. This one's stuck to the side of the container. Just need one more. They're different colours. I think they're different colours. That's a different colour. I think this is from a different collection. Got it in a Happy Mail, I think. And then this one down here maybe. Just try and work out a good place to put it, or leave it without. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not sticking anything down at the moment because I'm deciding whether I want them or not. So I'm just going to put it there. Sometimes if you're not sure, it's best just to leave things and not stick them down until you're ready to stick them down. So for my other card, it's funny because when I first learned card making, you stick stuff down straight away, and then I learned after a while that's probably better not to, because if you make mistakes it's harder to rectify. So I've got this paper from the 6x6 paper pad. I think this is in the 12x12 as well, but the squares are a different size. Not sure now. Oh, I forgot to cut that bit. I love this trimmer that came in the Advent kit. It's awesome. It's nice and flat, stores away. I had another one, but it was a bit bulkier in height and took up more room in my storage because I keep all my stuff. There's a whole heap of cubes here in front of me, and this takes up less room, which is great. So just put this card. I've got all these letters here that came in the creative cuts, but I've got no idea what word they make. I'll have to ask a friend if they've got a picture of a scrapbooking layout to see how they've used the letters. that's the other thing, you know, like I sometimes when I used to sometimes get ideas from scrapbooking layouts and make it sort of like a card. So I've cut a circle out of this paper, and how I did that was, being a lazy person, was just trace around inside my double-sided tape. Just checking on I've noticed how much I actually craft down the mat, which is really not good for people to watch. So I'm going to put that underneath there. Again, I stuck that circle down, but I'm not sticking this other one down at the moment. Just putting my layers down first. I took a ticket, one of those tickets, and I've cut, oh, goodness me, cut it to pop it there. And waste not, want not. You can use some of this paper that you had before. You can cut another thing maybe. Just having a look, because I've got this bees from the Creative Kit cut, sorry to say. Gives it that darkness that's in the bee. I think I'll use that. That was the bit from there. Okay, so let's cut that, stick that down. And B. If you bought the Creative Kit, I know that people had chipboard pipes. You can use pipes here instead of the cogs. I'm still, jury's out still on the cogs. I don't know if I want them there or not. Again, I'm going to use some foam mounts to elevate the, so I've already got 3 layers and I forgot to put that down. So as I say, it's, and you can lift each layer up if you wanted to. Like, what I mean is that between that circle and that circle, I could put this circle on a piece of, on some card, and or I could have used some flatter foam mounts to raise it up. Your card, you can do whatever you like with it, really, however you want to experiment. I was going to use that, wasn't I? So I think I might just take that up very. That's the best thing about 450. It's got a bit of wriggle room, which I really like. So I'm going to use this strips rather than waste it. Here, I'm going to cut it off about there. And it's not very straight cutting, okay? So I might have to just wiggle it along a bit more. I want it sort of past the circle a bit. That was over. Sometimes when it's over rather than next to, it gives it a bit more interest. Alright, now I'm going to use my flat foam mounts. I think I need some more. Got too many on there probably. I don't like them dipping. Excuse me a minute. My husband just came in from outside and I hadn't got the door shut, but when the door shut he knows I'm recording, just in case he comes down here and talks to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, when I'm busy and I'm recording, it's a bit hard to talk to him at the same time. I think I've got to waste the time foam mounting these on the edges there. Waste of foam squares. Just checking to see they're all up, backings off them. I love this bee, it's gorgeous. You know what I forgot to put in? Were you yelling at me? Perhaps sometimes that's what happens when you're not thinking. It's actually bothering me, that little bit of white stuff there. Just make sure it's straight. Okay, now I've decided that I don't like the cogs on there. I could do a word if I can find one that fits. Excuse me, I'm looking through my stuff. Happy birthday. That's got best day there. Hey, could do hey. Oh, no. I'll think about that later. But I think I might put some cogs on this one. I've only got the big ones left from the rose gold. I'm choosing rose gold because of the orange, and I didn't ink any of these ones, you see. Because this bee's actually got it's almost steampunk really, because it's got cogs and everything in the bee. And steampunk is mechanized animals, Victoriana type things like people and balloons and things like that, and they're all got some sort of mechanism on them that you wouldn't normally see if you didn't know. Don't know if I want those on there either. I think my problem is that I just think it's just needs a big one, but I don't think I've got a big one left. I've got this one packet here that I haven't opened. So yeah, it's too big. Let's have a look. You can have 3 circles then. What do you think? No? Yes? Okay. I think I'm just going to leave it on because I think it looks better without anything. If you wanted to, you could add leaves, but I'm not going to because I'm just going to keep it simple like that. This one does need a happy birthday though. And I think it goes best there, so I'm going to use my glue. So this is a very simple layered card. Again, you could just keep elevating all of these. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers on that card, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that card. So I'm can see me. You can see I want to put some cogs somewhere. Oh, that's fine. That's good. And 450 works fine for the cogs, I find. Maybe I just do 2. Maybe 3's too many. That's better. Just wondering if I can get that under there. Will that make... No. Leave that one off. Okay. And then if you wanted to make it a bit more interesting, you could actually create a border with a pen. You could draw it with a ruler, or because it's sort of the way it is, you could do a sketchy line. So let's do a sketchy line. I'm cheating here because I'm using the lines on the paper. But it's not straight. It's sort of a bit wavy. Go to that side. Very sketchy, the top one, well, the bottom one I should say, and then you can do the same for this one as well. Give it a sketchy line, just to sort of give it another point of interest, or to frame your card. Again, this is something I never used to do, but I quite like this framing that I'm doing. Anyway, there's my 2 layered cards using industry standard. I just love this kit. Absolutely love this. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.